everybody, welcome back. It's Justy, and today is officially the last day I think I can get away with filming without any extra light source than what's outside. It's looking a little dim even though it's decent out, so I'm probably gonna have to hook up my circle light after this. We'll see how that goes. Today I thought we would talk about Disney a little bit because I really haven't done enough of that on my channel, which is a travesty because I love Disney. It is my life. No exaggeration. So I thought we would do Justine's top 10 favorite Disney movies as voted by me, myself, and I. This is a very personal list. I am not saying these are the best Disney movies ever. I mean, well, I think so in my opinion. But like, everybody else has different opinions. I'm not saying you have to feel this way, but these are just some of my personal faves. Let's get started. Number 10 on this list is Tangled. I am a big fan of Tangled. Eugene is one of my favorite Disney males, although not my top favorite. I think it's a super fun movie. I enjoy the music in it. The characters are pretty well done. I really like the Tangled Ever After short. I really like Tangled Before Ever After, the cartoon, which if you haven't watched, you definitely should. It's super cute. And overall, I really enjoy sitting down to watch it, and it's one that I'll put on over and over again. Number 9 is Hercules, which has, I think, one of the best soundtracks that has ever existed on a Disney film. Not the best. I feel like I keep saying that. Not the. But, like, seriously, it's so good. The music is phenomenal. Hades is a hilarious bad guy who has to put up with so much nonsense throughout the film. Seriously though, like, his lackeys suck. He's got these 3 witches that are like, nah, we ain't gonna tell you things, and then they do tell him things, but not the most useful. The Titans, which are supposed to be the be-all end-all for him, they suck. He goes through a lot of nonsense, I tell you, and he's got Meg sassing him left and right. Overall, I feel a little bad for him, even though he is not a good person. Or God. He's not a good God. It's a great Disney movie. I think it's got a lovely message. Hercules is such a good character. Meg is hilarious. I identify with her and her sarcastic nature a lot. I too would probably sell my soul to Hades. Maybe not for a guy, but I'm sure for something stupid in the end. Number 8 is Tarzan, which although I just talked about how great Hercules soundtrack is, holy, Tarzan soundtrack is next level. Phil Collins did not have to go that hard, and yet here we are. He did, and it was amazing. I think it's a lot of fun. I love the way they did the gorillas interacting with the humans. I think it's got one of the scarier deaths from when I was a kid of Clayton that actually really freaked me out. I can't really identify why at this point, but I don't know, as a kid I wasn't having any of it. Tarzan is a cutie. I mean, but so have all the other dudes on this list, but it's fine. And Jane is great. I love her yellow outfit. It's super cute. Overall, just I think a really well done Disney film. And I just love it. That's what this list is. This list is just me loving it. So get used to hearing that. I just love it. Number 7 is WreckIt Ralph. A newer Disney movie, but one that I think is absolutely excellent. And I'm very excited for the sequel. Again, I was going to mention the soundtrack again, but I feel like that's all I'm doing. But I have the entire thing on my music list. Like, it's good. It's not like, it's just good. Let's just move on. I'm going to try to stop talking about music, but like, it's very important to me. I think the voice acting is phenomenal. They picked excellent actors. The story is really, really fun. I enjoy watching it. I like the way they did the video game central. That was so creative and so excellent. And I honestly love Fix-It Felix more than anything. He is adorable and I adore him. Number 6 is Mulan, my girl. Definitely a great Disney film. It's got an excellent story, really great meaning. The animation in it is excellent. I love the old school 2D animation, and I do really miss that sometimes, although I see why we've moved to 3D animation, and there's no hate there, but hand-drawn stuff was just beautiful. Eddie Murphy as Mushu is hilarious, a fantastic lizard. Just kidding, he's a dragon. The songs in it, I said I would not mention music anymore, but the songs in it are great. I'll Make a Man Out of You, come on. Come on! And I really love in the end that when Shang is like, no, Mulan, get out of here, you're a girl, you can't help anymore. Her 3 dudes from training, who the names are escaping me right now. Yeah, I can't remember right at this exact time. I will probably put them below. But they still come along and they help her with her plan. And it takes no question from them. They're just like, yeah, heck yeah, let's do it. Shang took a little more convincing, but he's super cute, so we'll forgive him. And he did show up and deal with her family for dinner at the end. So, like, some points to him. But just, like, a really great Disney movie. I could sit down and watch it anytime. Number 5 is one that a lot of people probably are not going to agree with, and that is the new live-action Beauty and the Beast. Not to say I don't like the old Beauty and the Beast, of course it's great, but I really, really, really loved this new one. I think it's one of the best live-action remakes they have ever done, and it really is because they didn't add anything. Like, there's a few extra tidbits here and there because they needed to make it longer, but overall the story was the exact same. It was just Beauty and the Beast. And I think that's a lot of the problem the other Disney movies have. Like, Sleeping Beauty became this whole other thing. Not to say I don't like Maleficent, but the same thing, you know, with Cinderella. There's just all this extra stuff that took away from Cinderella and what people expected, I think. And Pete's Dragon was just sad. It was just really sad, and I can't talk about that. So let's go back to Beauty and the Beast. I think Emma Watson did a fantastic job as Belle. I thought Gaston and LeFou were both amazing. The acting was stellar. The costumes were good, even though the dress was a little meh. But again, I think Disney old school dresses are very hard to translate into real life. I've said that for cosplayers, and I think it's the same for movies. So I really don't blame them there. The Beast was great. I enjoyed watching him. He was very slender compared to the old Beast when he's supposed to be big and intimidating. So I felt that could have been improved on, but overall, I loved him, and I love the song they gave him at the end, the Evermore. Oh, amazing. I will listen to that song 20 times on repeat. Fantastic song. I also have always loved Ewan McGregor with every bit of my soul, so having another movie with Ewan McGregor definitely makes this on my top 10 list. Number 4 is Lilo and Stitch. I think a movie a lot of people really love. Not everybody, obviously, but very, very popular. I loved the cartoon as well that appeared on TV. That was hilarious, where they tracked down all the other experiments. I think the characters in it are really great. Lilo and Nani are absolutely believable as siblings. I really think they did a great job of showing them thrown into this really difficult situation that neither of them had prepared for. Nani wasn't ready to be a mom. Lilo didn't want to lose her parents, yet they did their best, and that is definitely the way I argue with my brothers as well. So that was accurate. David was an amazing Disney male. Honestly, like, he gets forgotten a lot, but he's one of my top 10. He was so supportive and so helpful, even when Nani was like, hey, yo, dude, like, I got a lot of stuff going on right now. I can't really date you. And he was like, that's cool. He still, like, took them out surfing all the time and helped her whenever he could. Like, he was excellent. Excellent, you know? And, of course, Stitch is adorable. Gotta love him. He is the cutest little thing, even when he's being a monster. And I, too, would take selfies while my friend was beating someone up for talking bad about their mom. So, I feel you, Stitch. I feel you. I feel like I'm doing a lot of this with my hands. You guys notice that so far? It's weird. I have to stop. Number 3 is The Little Mermaid. I have loved The Little Mermaid since I was young. My uncle bought it for me back when it came out on DVD, and I was so excited. I watched it over and over and over and over. And then my parents got rid of our DVD player, and unfortunately Little Mermaid was in it. And it had already gone back into the vault, which was devastating. So I had to wait for it to get re-released again on Blu-ray, and I snatched it right up as soon as I can, because it is just such a great film. You know, even though I can no longer identify with I'm 16 years old, I'm an adult. When I was young, that seemed very old. Now I'm like, girl, sit down, you're nothing. That's nothing, listen to your dad. It's a great movie. I think the characters are really fun. Sebastian and Flounder are cute. Ursula is an excellent bad guy. Like, she wasn't getting her way, and she's like, heck this. Shows up as this hot girl, steals the prince. Amazing. I think the dresses Ariel gets to wear are super cute. I think they're some of the best Disney dresses. Eric was a great prince. He was very proactive. He went out, he did things. He literally stabbed Ursula. So good on you, Eric, not just standing by and letting things happen. I do, however, sometimes think about the fact that Ariel wanted to discover land and interact with humans and find out all this stuff, and then was just like, yeah, no, I just need this prince. Done. Got married. That was it. She probably never left that palace again. She's a princess now. There are rules. So, was it worth it, Ariel? Was it really? I mean, he was super hot. We're almost done, guys. Number 2 is Zootopia, another newer Disney movie. Now, I don't think this should shock anyone that it's on my list, considering I did cosplay Nick Wilde from it. I think the animation in Zootopia was stunning. The way they created the world with all the different biomes was fantastic. There is a ridiculous amount of animal puns, which I can absolutely get behind. The characters were created well. The female animals weren't over-sexualized, which, oh my god, that doesn't happen. I have all the music on my music library from it. It was so good, and it really dealt with a societal issue in a way that nobody really saw coming, and that wasn't too preachy, and that was fantastically done. That was sneaky as heck, and I think Disney did a really good job, and I could watch Zootopia 5,000 times in a month and not get bored. And my number 1 favorite Disney movie is... who saw this one coming? Peter Pan! I have loved all things Peter Pan since forever. I collected different books. I watch every version of Peter Pan I can possibly get my hand on. I just watched a YouTube web series that was set much like the Lizzie Bennet Diaries, if anyone had ever seen that. It was phenomenal. I love the idea of the eternal youth, these kids getting to go off and have adventures and have fun forever. I know it's also a little bit sad because they don't have parents and they're a little alone, but living forever as young, that's kind of exciting. I also like that Peter Pan is one of the jerkiest Disney males that exist. He's kind of a huge butt. I really like Tinkerbell, not in her new movies. That is a whole different topic that I could rant about for 20 minutes, so I'm not gonna do it now. But I love her in Peter Pan. You know, the extreme jealousy she faces at Wendy showing up because J.M. Barrie did right that fairies are so small they can only feel one emotion at a time. So it makes sense why she would react like that. I think it's a fun movie. It's very important to me, and I love it. So that was it, my top 10 list. It was really hard to narrow that down. I'm not gonna lie, I changed things a whole bunch before finally settling on this one. I have endless amounts of Disney films that I really, really love, and I wish I could mention them all. So if you love Disney too, why don't you leave me a comment below with your top 10 list? I would love to see it. I'm always so interested in what people think is the best. You know, we all have such different opinions. I want to thank everybody for watching again. You should give me a like if you love Disney too, and subscribe if you like hearing me talk about nonsense like this, because trust me, there will be a lot. Otherwise, that is pretty much it. Bye!